Hey, this is Tony. Welcome to today's episode of Outdoor Indoor. We're bringing you some chocolate chip cookies today, alright? So we have here all-purpose flour, alright? Take a look at that. Just your regular all-purpose flour, nothing fancy, not 00, none of that. Then we got ourselves some granulated sugar, a must-have for making cookies. Okay, now we got ourselves some semi-sweet baking chocolate chips, okay? We have 2 large eggs, we have some salt, and we got our baking powder. Now let's get to it. So, we're going to follow a simple recipe. It is going to be a 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. So let's see what we got here. Alright, sugar. Now we are going to do 2 large eggs. Actually, let's do all the dry ingredients first, yeah? It's going to be a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Give or take, 1/2. Okay, now 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. Let me show you real quick. Butter knife, right? When you're measuring the stuff out, specifically the flour, you want everything to be nice and even, so you know you get an actual reading of a cup of flour. So that is 1 cup. And then we want a 1/2 cup. So that is 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. Okay? Now we're going to mix that together. Okay, now we are going to pre-beat the egg before we put it into our mixture. So I'm just grabbing a cup and a fork. We're going to take our eggs. They come to room temperature. Crack them open. Bam. Where's the garbage at? Let's see. Garbage. Okay, and we're going to start with 1 egg at a time. Pour that in. might have to put another egg, but let me double check here. Alright, so instead of doing butter, we're going to try to be a little healthier, and since we don't have milk, we're going to use half and half just to combine our ingredients. So we're going to start with a little bit at a time. And it should come together like a nice dough. Yeah, that's still too rough, so we're going to go ahead and add some more. Shh. Just a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our chocolate chips. We're going to add 1.5 cups. Just tear the corner off. So this is half a cup. Now we're just gonna stir it all together. Okay. So there we have. Okay, so we are back. We let the dough sit for a little bit. We actually had to put a little bit more flour to make it more dough-like. But what we did here is we greased the bottom of the pan since we don't have any parchment paper. So all we did was we took a little bit of olive oil, we took a paper towel, and we spread the oil over the entire bottom so the cookies will not stick. Now let's go ahead and start to put our cookies together. I'm putting them about like an inch and a half apart. And it's about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of batter. I've also preheated the oven to 400 degrees. Okay, and we will get back to you when we're ready to put them in the oven. Okay, so we had a little bit of a time issue. What I mean by that is we didn't quite get to film us putting them on the trays and actually baking them. But our final product came out here. We have a more dense but healthier product. Instead of using a half stick or a half cup of butter, we used 2 large eggs, and we used about a half cup, a little more than a half cup, a half and half. And it came out almost like the density of a pancake, but it's like a lighter, better cookie. So, thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of Outdoor Indoor. I hope you enjoyed everything. Please comment, share, subscribe, like. Thank you.